Hi, I'm Shayla with Revolting Science Resources, a company designed to bring the principles of project management to academic scientists. And in today's video, I'm going to be tackling a tiny task that I have been putting on for some time now. The goal of this series is essentially just to do some sort of small task that I think will greatly improve my sanity, make me feel better, or just feel less stressed and anxious. And so in today's video, I'm going to be tackling email. So there's actually probably like a lot of different things I kind of want to do to my email. I'm thinking of a semi big overhaul. But in today's video, I will be unsubscribing to all the emails I don't want to keep receiving. And I will also be essentially setting up an inbox zero in one of my email accounts. So if you're unfamiliar with inbox zero, the idea is essentially to empty your inbox every day, or at least get as close to empty as possible. You do this by taking new mail that comes in, sort it into different folders and categories so that it's not sitting in your inbox. It's essentially in a more sorted and organized place. And then your inbox ends up becoming almost like another task list that you can keep track of some of the items that you need to address that have come in through email. When I learned about Inbox Zero, at that point I had thousands of emails. And at first, I wanted to sort all of my emails into various categories so that it aligned with the concept of basically organizing your inbox. Sorting thousands of emails, though, sounds like a special type of torture. So I just haven't done it. What is actually interesting, though, is that I have a lot of different Gmail accounts. I have the Gmail account that I had most of my life. We're talking probably well over a decade at this point. I also have a Gmail account that I got more recently after I got married. And then I have a third email account that I use for my business. So I got a lot of different email accounts I'm juggling around here. And actually, for the one that I created after I was married and for my business, I actually use the inbox zero method. And I really like knowing that if something is in my inbox, that means I probably need to take some sort of action on it. And otherwise, it's been sorted and removed. And it just feels, at least to me, less chaotic. And I just have a clearer sense of what actually needs to get done when I look at my inbox. The other email inbox in question does not use the inbox zero method. And so I actually thought that would be a really interesting one to go through this process of creating an inbox zero. There are probably multiple ways that you could actually create an inbox zero, even if you're at this thousands of emails place. But I'll just show you one that I plan to do for my Gmail account. So now that you know a little more about my goals for today, which include unsubscribing from a bunch of emails that I don't want to receive anymore, and then also setting up Inbox Zero, why don't you do this test with me if you have been meaning to try out Inbox Zero or want to try it out and have felt a little stuck in terms of how to actually implement it now that you've got thousands of emails? Or if you have been meaning to sit through and unsubscribe to a bunch of emails that you've been receiving that you don't want to receive anymore, why don't you do this test with me and then we can knock it out together? So, with that, let's get started. All right. So, this is my inbox. And what I'll do first is actually go through the process of unsubscribing from a few different emails that I no longer want to receive. Most of the time, this happens in my promotions folder. The beautiful thing is that they've made this incredibly easy for us at this point. There's these giant unsubscribe buttons at the top of all my emails now. So it actually shouldn't really be that difficult. So I'm going to just go through, take a second, unsubscribe from all of these places that I really don't care to hear from. And you can do the same. And isn't it just great how technology has made that a significantly easier process for us? All right. So now that I've gone through and unsubscribed from a bunch of the different places that I no longer want to receive emails from, now let's actually go through the process of converting this into an inbox zero system. So the way that I'm essentially going to do this is I know for the most part, anything that's like generally of high importance is likely on this first page. And I've already gone through and decided if there was anything that really needed to be kept. Surprise, not really. I'm probably not even going to revisit most of the things that exist on this first page. So for anything that I don't really want to leave in my inbox as some sort of action item that I'm going to need to access again later, what I'm going to do instead is create a new label. And I'm just going to call this label pre inbox zero. I'm not going to create it. So then I'm actually just going to click the select button and then select all of these more than 3,500 emails that I currently have. Now that all of those are selected, I'm just going to drag them over into this pre inbox zero folder that I've created. Now I'll confirm that bulk action, and it might take it a second, but then it'll move everything out of my inbox. So, just to note, if you've got a large number of emails like I do, that might take a while. So you can just do that, let it sit. In the meantime, what I'd recommend is actually just start creating labels for other categories that you'd like to keep track of. So if the inbox that you're trying to create this inbox zero system in receives multiple kind of different categories of emails, my recommendation would be trying to divide them into big categories, and then you can even break those up into smaller categories. So, as an example, if I receive work communications, as well as personal communications, as well as communications related to various appointments or something that I have, and I'd like to keep those all separated, what I might do is create a label for work. And then I might create another label that's for personal information. And then I actually might create a sublabel for appointments that exists under my personal label. And then I can create that as well. If I have any emails that come in through my inbox that relate to some type of an appointment, I can then drag those emails under this appointment label here. And then if I have some emails that relate to work, I can have them show up under this work label. As a note, another thing you can do is have various emails automatically sort into some of these different labels that you've created. That, though, I'm going to save for another video. So, if you want, you can explore how to do that and set some of that up now. But if you want to do that tiny task together with us later, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can receive notifications whenever I post new videos. And so it took a couple of minutes, but now I actually have no emails in my inbox. So if you're interested in trying out the inbox zero method, but you really don't feel like categorizing and sorting through all of the emails that you already have in your inbox, this is a really quick and easy way to be able to just give yourself a fresh start, but still have access to all those emails just in case you need to find them or reference them later. So that's it for this video. I hope you were able to do this tiny task with me and maybe set up an inbox zero system if that's something you're interested in, or at the very least, unsubscribe from all those different emails that you don't really want to receive anymore. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear from you. Is there a specific tiny task that you've been avoiding that it might be nice to have some extra accountability around? If so, leave some suggestions of tiny tasks you'd like me to tackle next in the comment section of this video. But that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.